Hey, it's Patrick Schill with the Schill team at Realty Pros and Hamilton Home Loans. Real estate is all about location, and one of the main reasons people move to our beautiful community is our amazing school zones. Today, I'm going to be interviewing Principal Hall at one of my all-time favorite schools, Spruce Creek Elementary, a school I attended as a young Bobcat. Hey there, I'm here with Principal Hall, principal of Spruce Creek Elementary, and I cannot begin to say how much Spruce Creek Elementary has done to me growing up here, immigrating to the United States, and it's clear as ever following you on Facebook, seeing the stories from your teachers, hearing the things that are going on here, that nothing has changed in the last 20 to 25 years, and the impact you have on children that come through your school.
Thank you. I appreciate you sharing your story, and thank you for coming this morning.
All right. How long have you been teaching?
Oh my goodness, my career goes back to 2003. I was a pre-K teacher in Pennsylvania, actually, is where I started my career, and then I myself moved to Florida. Less of an immigration than you, smaller, less mileage, but I did decide to make the move to Florida in 2006. So I've been in Volusia County Schools for the past 15 years, 4.5 as principal of Spruce Creek Elementary.
I mean, that's what really draws people to a community like this, is the amazing school zones and everything that schools like Spruce Creek Elementary have to offer, not only to the kids' education, but their upbringing, their belief system, everything they will do in their life. It's the foundation for everything.
I wholeheartedly believe that, which is why I do what I do every day.
Awesome. How long have you been a principal?
4.5 years.
4.5 years. I got a couple questions. What is the one thing you hope a student takes away from their time at Spruce Creek Elementary?
I want our kids to take away, there's one thing I want them to take away, a lifelong love of learning.
What impact do you think a school like yours has on the community?
My hope is that a good school is laying the foundation for success for members of the community. And those members here are as young as 3 and as old as, 11 or 12 years of age, but we lay that foundation. But when I look more globally, I think that a good school gives a community a good reputation. Being a realtor, I'm sure you're aware, one of the first questions people will ask you when they're looking to buy a home is, what school would my child go to? So I think it's very important that a school has a good reputation in the community.
Absolutely. When my son turned 2 and I started thinking about where do I want my son to live, where do I want my son to bring up, what kind of values do I want to instill in my son, I moved to Port Orange knowing that he would come to Spruce Creek Elementary and have all those values instilled in him that I had instilled in myself.
I can't wait to welcome him in a few years.
4 years, yes.
In a few years.
That brings me to my next question.
Sure.
What core values do you believe a Bobcat has or should have?
Well, our mission statement will say that Bobcats are critical thinkers, problem solvers, and responsible citizens. So that's something that we focus on a lot here at the school. And I think those are characteristics that bode well in their young adult lives and adult lives as well. But recently we've had an increased emphasis on college and career readiness as well. We understand not everyone's going to college, but we do want to start to lay the groundwork to have children thinking about what that next step in their career is going to be, whether it's technical school or college or some other path. But we want to lay that groundwork and get them thinking about it here as early as kindergarten.
Seeing where their passions lie
Yes.
and where they want their life to go.
Yes, exactly. Getting them thinking about it at a very young age.
One of the main reasons I wanted to have this interview is because I've been following Spruce Creek Elementary. A lot of my friends that I've went to Spruce Creek Elementary with are now teachers here, and they're bragging about everything that goes on here, all the extra stuff you guys do go beyond and what is usually as expected of a normal school. You've been a principal for 4 years. Where do you expect the school to go, and what is your vision for Spruce Creek Elementary?
Thank you for those compliments, by the way. It's always a pleasure to hear that. Where do I expect the school to go? As I said earlier, we're trying to instill a lifelong love of learning in kids. I think that's really important to us. I want school to be a safe place for kids where they love coming to school and they love learning, they love supporting each other. At Spruce Creek Elementary, we value, we solicit, we love student voice. So anytime I can hear feedback from students, that's important to me. We have student representatives on our school advisory council. That's important to me as well. The last time we had school grades, we had risen 9 points. We were 2 points away from an A. So my goal is to get us to an A grade by the state of Florida. But I think, you talked about how we do some things differently. I think one of the things that sets our school apart from most others is how we celebrate student success. We do some pretty well thought out, well put together, themed award ceremonies that are pretty over the top. And the kids look forward to that. They love that. It's my goal to have our school have, the best reputation in Volusia County schools, quite frankly. That's what I talk about every day. We want to rise to the top and stay there, and that's where we're going, and that's where I feel we're at, to be honest. But I want us to have a good reputation not only in Volusia, but beyond Volusia. I want to hear people in the community say, I've heard amazing things about your school. And I've had the opportunity to experience that, and every time I do, it just makes me so happy because I have such incredible faith in the hard work that happens at this school every day. And I can assure you that everybody that shows up doing what's best for kids every day. Kids are first in all we do.
Absolutely. It really seems like you're building up the school. You're working your way up to an A, but everything else in the school is so strong. You're building your way up from the foundation. The students are vested in their own school. They get to have a voice in what's going on in the school. They get to be celebrated when they achieve certain milestones, and it's a tight-knit family here at Spruce Creek Elementary for sure.
Yes, it is. Thank you for sharing that.
When you first became principal at Spruce Creek Elementary, you stated, I believe that support from families and from stakeholders in the community is absolutely critical in student success. What can someone like myself, a stakeholder in the community, a realtor, do not to make your job easier, but to make your impact deeper?
I do believe every word that I said. Everyone makes a difference in the life of a child, and we need as much support as we can get in whatever way we can from the community, and I do welcome and value that support. Community members such as yourself, we welcome business partnerships where there's a mutually beneficial relationship from the school to the business and the business to the school. We would welcome your support on our school advisory council, which is a committee that's made up of faculty members, community members, business partners, support staff, parents, in our case also students. We would welcome your support on that as you help us determine the vision of the school, look at the school data, provide grants to teachers to help fund requests. There are a lot of things that stakeholders such as yourself can do to make our school a better place and deepen the impact.
I need to talk to you about that off camera. I hope that people watching this definitely take that into account and realize everything they can do to help you and help the teachers and ultimately help the future of our community and the students.
Thank you, I agree.
Yes. All right, Principal Hall, I want to thank you for taking the time for this interview, taking the time to talk to me, but ultimately I want to thank you for everything you do for our community, for Port Orange, for the impact you have on every child that walks through your door.
Thank you, Mr. Schill. And as we say at Spruce Creek Elementary School, once a Bobcat, always a Bobcat. So welcome back home. Thank you for shining a positive light on our school and the community. And I very much appreciate you sharing your story with me today.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'd like to thank all the teachers, staff, and Ms. Hall at Spruce Creek Elementary for what they do every single day for our community. When we were off camera, Ms. Hall actually shared the theme for her school and for herself. It is grit, guts, and determination. Not only am I proud to be a Bobcat, I am proud to have the Bobcats in my community. Hope to see you guys next time.